Yep.
All right. I think I'm safe.
You marked safe from sagebrush?
Yeah. That and coronavirus.
Better knock on some wood.
Bring me your head. Okay, so this table right here would have been used in the mining process. Whether that's a shaker table or I'm not sure. Maybe we can see down into it from up above. It's really interesting to me that as hard as stuff was to come by back then, that they would leave anything behind when they moved to another mine. And I would imagine anything metal would have been pretty valuable. And most of it's rusted out down there. But it's got baffles in it.
Which baffles me.
Cute. You see anything?
No. Just a bunch of foundation I'm gonna try to get to.
Okay. It's interesting how rudimentary things were. You know, they needed a shelf, so they just cut chunks of wood and made a shelf. It looks like they went all the way down this wall. Anywhere where there wasn't a window had a shelf. Oh,
Are you alive?
I'm good. So they had shelves, and then they probably had another one up above. Same over here. Of course, the wall's missing here. Hope you got your tetanus shot.
I am current.
Good God. Okay. So down here, looks like a 5-gallon barrel, but I think it's going to be quite a bit deeper than that. Nope. It's a 5-gallon barrel. Has an opening.
I found an Olympia beer can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Had to be imported. Another table in the ground. These must have been tanks to hold some sort of liquid. And this appears to me to have been some sort of furnace, but not sure. Careful.
You can see Olympia written on it.
I can't see it. The sun's not right.
Well, you can see the A from the Olympia.
Yeah. Cool.
Don't litter.
Don't
That's
litter.
exactly what the can says.
Would have probably been. Can you tell what kind of pop top it had? The peel off kind, or the one that
It's
goes...
the little skinny end peel off kind, not
Yeah.
the
So probably 60s, 70s.
yeah.
Very cool. For those that don't know, Honey used to live up near Olympia, Washington. And I spent several years in the military in Spokane, Washington. So very familiar with Olympia beer because I grew up in Oregon, and my dad drank a lot of it.
Oh, look down there.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to walk through that. That is like a metal graveyard.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a picture.
So this appears to be a dump site.
Yeah. Which you know are my favorite.
And then on the other side, looks to be an oven.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to walk up top first and then hit that on the way back down?
Yeah, probably. We just need to make sure we hit it. I don't know how far up we're gonna get.
We're gonna go all the way.
That's what she said.
That's what I'm going to do. Don't fall.
Worry about yourself.
Don't fall.
Look over there on that tailings pile.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that a deep mine shaft?
It looks like a mine shaft in the middle of the tailings.
We're gonna walk on that later.
I don't know that we're gonna get to it.
We are.
Holy cow, look at that big one with it.
Right here?
No. Right there. Right here.
Oh, wow. Should we take that one home? Oh, that's pretty.
Maybe.
Oh, here's a mine shaft. Okay.
You would almost think that's fake. Because it just,
Oh, that rock?
yeah, it almost looks like cement, but
Yeah.
it powders. Very strange. There seems to be quite a bit of it up here. There's more here.
Stay out, stay
And
alive.
then up there,
Oh, wow.
there's more.
We don't have our flashlight, do we?
Not on me. I don't think you're gonna see much anyway.
Oh, it's a pretty deep mine. A cave that goes straight back.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see back there at least 20 feet. I don't know a lot of the history on this kind of mining. I know pieces, but most of that's because I worked in the mining industry for 4 years or 5 years. But it was modern day mining. It's quite a bit different, I'm sure.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
climb those steps?
I don't know. I'll give it a go. I'm not coming down once I go up there.
Yeah, I don't think they'll hold you.
No, I'm not climbing those wooden steps. There's a lot of things I'll do, but that ain't one of them. Don't fall.
I'm not falling. Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
Today's still early.
So there would have been a wheel that went around on there. I'm pretty sure that's the stamp mill.
It's gotta be out of all these buildings.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much of that you can see in the video, but there would have been a wheel that ran in that notched out area towards the top, and the stamp rods, it looks, ran between like on the side where our truck is parked. So between the big, what would you call that? The big, what am I trying to say here? So the big chunk of wood on the top that runs across, and then there's one in the middle.
The beams?
The beam. Okay, so it looks to me like the stamp, like rods, would have run in that gap. Because there is a metal piece. We'll look at this probably a little bit closer here in a bit. But there's a metal piece there that looks like it would stop it from going any further down. So this would have been probably powered by steam. And I don't see, from here I don't see a platform for a steam engine. But I'm sure it's here somewhere. Imagine how loud that would have been. 20 stamps coming down and pounding the ore into a powder, basically. Because they would have had to have it powder or gravel, like very, very small gravel, to be able to process it. And then you got to know what their process was. I don't know what they used. I don't know if they used cyanide or...
If you come up, watch out for this barbed wire.
Okay.
This was some kind of oven. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, this was a furnace oven thing. You can see where it was burned.
Yeah. I don't know. You wouldn't think that they would have the stamp mill down below and then bring the stuff up the hill.
I don't know.
That just doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe they had to, though.
There's like a bunch of bricks just filling this hillside.
So, craftsmanship on that is pretty cool. Here we are several years later, and it's still standing in pretty good shape. See if we can see anything over here.
I wonder if this was a charcoal oven.
More of the cement looking stuff.
Do you think?
Say what?
Do you think this was a charcoal oven?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. They could have had to make their own
house frame down there.
Where?
Kind of just in the middle.
Oh, I see a wall, yeah.
Yeah, we need to go through that dump.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have built anything higher than this. You would think that they'd have everything come down. And they definitely stopped the waste dumps, the tailings, before it got to the mill site, which makes sense.
There might have been a house up here. It's flat with a lot of bricks.
Really?
Yeah, but... And there's a bunch of boards, like old boards.
Old boards?
Like siding.
Uh-huh. There's a rock retaining wall here. You guys can see that. Let's see. Yeah, it should be right there. Ish. They would have done that to stop the smaller rocks from coming down. There appears to have been some sort of building over here at one point too. Look at the colors in these rocks. Beautiful greens and yellows with rust. I don't know where she went. She was saying up here looked like another home site or a building. I'm gonna see what we can see. A lot of bricks though. So there was definitely something up here. Oh yeah. Where are you? Oh. She's back down the hill already. She left me for cougar bait. Not sure what this would have been. Maybe a chute for tailings, something. A lot of this red dirt. Not sure. Okay, so this building definitely had a stove in it. There's a table there, still standing, but all the walls have fallen over. And it would have been some sort of outbuilding for the mine, I would think. It's hard to say. You can't see the stuff standing. Makes it really hard to figure out what it was. So this would have been a sidewall. So there's the stove. Most of it looks like it was brick sided, at least a portion. So that tells me there was probably a furnace in here. So this might have been the assay office. A wood structure with drywall.
What is that bin?
I don't know. It's got a metal floor, drywall sides. It had a door on it. Maybe a refrigerator or something?
Not with drywall.
Well,
A pantry or cold storage, maybe.
it could have been a safe.
With drywall?
Drywall is fire resistant. Basically, gun safes today use drywall. Probably not the same drywall you would put on the walls in your house, but I really haven't looked into it. So as you can see, the mine goes clear up, the clearing that they've done goes clear up this hillside. Can't really get a good look in there. I could climb this wire, but I don't really want to get that close. Let's see what we can do here by extending the walking stick. Hopefully don't lose the camera. That would break my heart. Bear with me. You're seeing stuff I can't see. And back.
Oh, too bad we don't have a flashlight. Do we have a flashlight in the truck at all? Cannot see how far back that goes. Let me shine my flash in there. No, that did not work. saw another one of those tunnels right there. Right there.
Anyways, I'm gonna go up here to the stamp, what I believe to be the stamp mill. Just makes sense. We'll take a look at it. That rounded out area there is what I believe to be where the wheel was. Could have been belt driven or, let's see. Yeah, so right there, it would have spun around. Then on the back side, right there, you might be able to see the metal. I guess it would be like a blocking plate that would stop the stamp from coming down too far. And then it would make this gravel, and then depending upon what process they were using, they would haul the fines away and process it. I mean, these are some old timbers. Where the hell would they get these? They'd have to be imported, I think. I just don't see Nevada producing trees like this. But it definitely came off of here to another wood structure. And there's timbers down there by the shaft we were just at that may have been cut off. So this was probably brought closer to the roadway. All right, we are just a little ways away from where we were, over at the mine site. Let me see here. There's the mine site over there. And we noticed this foundation for some sort of mining equipment. There's charcoal on the ground, a bunch of bricks, some glass. But I don't know what this is. Probably the base for a crane, maybe? Don't know. Honey's gonna try and get over there to the tailings where there's a mine shaft or two or three.
The dirt here is really red. Like, whoa. Careful, this red dirt, you sink in holes. I just sunk really deep. Yeah, I can get up over there. So there's yellow dirt and red dirt, all kind of mixed together. Very cool.
Right over where she's at now. Yeah, there's a water flume.
Do you see the flume?
Yeah. So
Oops.
that probably brought water down to this area. Or
So this,
they used it to bring some sort of ore down. Really depends, I guess.
oh wow. Oh, cool. Look at that. This is a really cool mine. I don't know if Corey's gonna come over here and look at this. So yeah, essentially they mined here, and I'm just standing on a bunch of overwood. And it looks like there's another mine over here, or shaft. I don't know. Probably the same mine. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is really pretty. So this red dirt just really stains everything. It's very cool. Oh, wow. Still even a tarp or canvas that was like the room divider. Cardboard on the walls. You can see how it's stained red, the timber from the dirt that's around here that's red.
All right, so we are back at this area here. We drove past it earlier. I don't know if we got any video of it or not. But there's this wooden structure that goes out over the roadway, or near the roadway. And there's what looks to be a water tank up here and a building that has fallen. We're gonna see if we can get close to any of this. Most of it looks like it's fenced off. So that's the wooden structure. It looks like they had a railway that brought the ore carts to it, and then it dumped into maybe trailers that were horse-drawn, or maybe vehicles. From my angle, I don't see a good approach. Honey, get right up there. So we'll go around. Well, this is easy.
And then I just climbed up the little side.
Oh, so it would have had chutes going on both sides. I don't understand. I don't know what this could have been. But it makes sense that they would bring a ore cart down.
There's not actually any track.
There was, though. You can see, like, it would have run right here,
Like
and
right
right
here.
over there. Yeah. See where the patch is missing there? So it probably went over the roadway, probably came out of that metal
over
building.
there, which I'm heading to now.
Yeah, it's all fenced off, but there is a hole in the wall over there.
I know.
There's, looks like rail up there. So you guys probably would have a hard time seeing that, but there is rail over there
I'm gonna walk up
that could have been
over
pulled off of this. There's the water tower or tank.
Wouldn't hold any water now.
Nope, too many bullet holes. There's really old railroad ties.
Yep. No, those aren't railroad ties. Those are
Well,
just big nails.
Big nails. That's what they would have held it with. But yeah, so this would have dumped the ore into this bin, I guess. And then they had little doors that open up to drop it into whatever. A vehicle of some sort. And then it looks like they dumped some tailings right here so that nobody could get to it.
There's nothing in that, like, wood box. And this building's completely caved in. You can see it had a cement foundation, or it's part of a cement foundation. And there are rocks and lumber coming out of the side of the mountain there too. Okay, look at all the lumber that was there coming out of the side. They must have just caved this whole thing in to fill it in. A lot of bricks around this old water tank. I'm trying to get up and over there to see the railroad tie. I think I'm just gonna go straight up here and then walk over on the switchback. I don't think that's a railroad tie. Nope. Oh, okay. So I fall down the mountain. It's hooked onto two metal poles. So it is not a railroad tie.
Okay, so what I came down here to look at seems to be some sort of old refrigerant can. It was green, which kind of stood out. But then, as I was walking down here, I came across this building. And it almost looks like it was a trailer. There's an old stove here, or oven. It's been shot up over the years. Don't quite know. A lot of broken glass out here, so I've got to be careful. So there's one wall, side wall. And there's the other one, which it looks like it had aluminum siding on the inside, which is kind of odd, because you'd think it would be on the outside. What is this side? Tar paper, an old computer monitor, all shot up. So this has got that tar paper with the rough gravel. So why would they put aluminum on the inside, or not aluminum, but steel panels on the inside of a wall? I don't know. This is ore samples. If you look, see if I can find a decent one here. That is an ore sample. Now, it would be cool to find is a cupel or something where they would have assayed it. But I'm not seeing anything of the sort. Suppose you would have to dig, because this has probably been gone through pretty well. So now that we see those ore samples, I kind of understand why there's metal in the inside. Because they would have tried to make this as safe as possible, so that people wouldn't break in and steal their samples. And I'm just not seeing what I want to see. I don't know how long this has been exposed, you know. It could have been exposed 100 years ago. There's a mine shaft right here. They closed it in. I'm not going to go getting too close to it. There's overhanging rocks and whatnot. Probably not the safest area. If Honey wants to go to it, she can. I'm not going to stop her, but I don't take risks like that. Not like she does.
So we've been digging around in these core sample areas, and it looks like they're buried in boxes and wrapped in newspaper. Don't know what.
Union Carbide Corporation.
Yeah, the Union Carbide Corporation. But like
312, 317, and 224 to 226. All right, so that's Grantsville.
it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's not bad. A lot of neat stuff to see. I just wish we understood how all of it worked. Right at the tail end, we found the, what would you call it, core sample room. We didn't find any core samples that were whole, which is kind of sucky, but it is what it is. This is a place that we might come back to because I think there's probably more up above that we might be able to look into. But other than that...
And if we find out what they mine here, so we know what kind of rocks to look for.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to do a bit more research. Beautiful background.
But there's a lot of off-roads too that we didn't get to.
Yeah, yeah, I
So-
can see one right over there too.
Yeah.
So that's probably it for now.
Yep.
Okay, see you next time.